World of Matches is back. We're going to break down this week's black and blue division matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Dexter Reed World of Matchups, Spencer the Wiz, Blue Milk Boys Gaming. Spencer, I'm going to let you go first. I'm going to defer to you. Well, I want to hear what your thoughts on this game is.
Man, this is kind of like a stink fest. These two teams that are trending in the wrong direction. But I was going to say that someone has to win this game, but this almost feels like a tie game in a sense. It's just like which team is going to throw it faster. I mean, I cannot get over that Browns Chargers game. It is the most irritating game I think I've ever seen in my life. Just because I hate the Chargers, you know what I mean? When I'm watching this game, Jacoby Brissett, he's in the red zone. All they need is a field goal. The guy's throwing interceptions in the back of the end zone. And it's like, okay, you've just ruined the game. And miraculously, because of Staley's idiocracy, they get the ball back. And then they get back into field goal range, and then they miss the field goal. I mean, that is just the Browns in a nutshell. And when I see that game, it's like, how can I ever bet on this team to win a football game when you got clowns running the show over there?
True.
They're just holding off until Deshaun Watson. They're praying and hoping that they're going to be a 500 football team by the time that guy gets around, so that they can get in the wild card. Because obviously the whole idea behind getting the guys, we just got to hold off until we can get there, and then once he's here, we're going to go undefeated. That's what they have in the back of their mind.
Yeah, but I totally agree.
But I hate that mentality. Like that mentality. So many football teams have that idea. Like I think the Rams were the same thing. As soon as we get Odell Beckham, then we can start playing for real. It's like, oh, dude, you got to play on Sunday.
You can't turn it on and off.
Cancer in the locker room, because then that means everybody in the locker room thinks, oh well, it doesn't matter that we lost this week because we got the guy coming. That's a loser mentality. You got to be able to win with anybody. And I think I've been spoiled with that because I'm a Grizzlies fan, and then like everybody for the Grizzlies is out and they rip like 18 wins in a row. It's like it's just next man up. I think you have to have that, because here's the reality of football, right? Any team that makes it to the Super Bowl, you're going to be banged up because your season's extended. You don't know who's going to be playing on the field that day, but you know what? You got to get on the field, you got to suit up, and you got to play whoever's there. So I say this, and then they come in and face the Ravens, who just have not looked very good. I mean, Lamar loses them the game. They beat the Giants. They beat them in all sense of the word, right? The whole game they got him, and Lamar Jackson he stinks it up. I mean, he literally loses the game, like Andy Dalton style, loses the game for them, on Sunday. And that's just so bad. You got a team in the Ravens that have had some really bad comeback losses, and then now they finally can right the ship against a pretty decent, Giants team that seems to find a way to win. And then here we are again, they take another bad loss. That division was supposed to be good, but man, it look not so good. I mean, it's a crawl to the finish for this division in the AFC North. So I have a hard time trying to figure out this one, but I think this just comes down to division rivalry, and you got the Ravens at home. So whatever the spread is, I think I'm going to go with Baltimore, but this is certainly not something I think I'm going to, put money on in like my personal parlay this week, just because it's just going to be a gross game.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly. That's what the black and blue division is, and the North has been really dreadful so far this season. The spread is Baltimore at home -6.5, and I don't like them at all. Like you were saying, I was watching the Baltimore Giant game last week while I was waiting for the Chiefs to play, and let me tell you something. I could not tell you how bad they looked, just pissing that game away to the 5-1 Giants, who, the Giants are better. But I mean, they're not a bad football team anymore. Brian Dable's got them going in the right direction, but I think they're very beatable, and they were winning that game all game long. And again, I've said this a million times, dating back to last year and the year before. I've been saying this for a while now, folks. This is not something new with me. Lamar Jackson is not a good quarterback. Lamar Jackson is a gifted athlete. You casuals don't know the difference. Okay, when you need Lamar to go get it, when is it happening? At home versus the Titans, they get their shit pushed in. Last week versus the Giants, throwing interceptions. I mean, he threw it right to Love. He threw it right to him. Lamar is empty stats. Lamar is Michael Vick. That's who Lamar is. And for this guy to bet on himself and turn down a lucrative deal that would have made him the highest paid quarterback to date without the accolades is mind-blowing to me. And there's a reason why the Baltimore Ravens haven't paid him yet. To not have an agent in this day and age, what kind of idiot are you? If you get hurt, you're going to leave millions of dollars on the table. So he's a likable guy. He's a fun guy. He's elusive. He is amazing. No one is disputing that. But when I need someone to go get it, I don't think of Lamar Jackson. And
when you got 1.5 minutes, and
I need you to go pass the ball down the field. Get it. I need you to go get it. I don't think of Lamar Jackson. He hasn't done it.
His accolades are akin to like Derek Carr, like unironically.
He had a great he had a Cam Newton type year, right? And everyone is resting on those laurels. When the fact of the matter is when he gets into playoffs, when you need him to go get it. The one game that I saw him win, CEH put the ball on the ground and they won that game in prime time. Other than that game, I can't see a win. Lamar went and got it. He went out and got it. He always fails in crunch time. In the playoffs, they always choke in their building. And so because of that, because of the black and blue division, because these games are always close, they're always Rocky Apollo slugfest, I'm taking 6.5 points with Cleveland. I know Cleveland is disgusting, and I know they're just waiting for Deshaun Watson to come back, but they can run the rock. They can run the ball. And if Jacoby Brissett doesn't try to do what Lamar does and just plays the game that, Kevin Stefanski needs him to play, a little play action dump off here, Amari Cooper, David Njoku, Nick Chubb all over the place. Don't forget, Nick Chubb is leading the league in rushing. Folks, we cannot forget this. In what I think I think this could be a 17-10 final. I'm taking the under. I'm taking the Browns all day, every day. All you have to do, Jacoby Brissett, is go 500 until Deshaun gets back. And then whatever happens, happens. We'll see. You know what I mean? But to think that Lamar Jackson at home -6.5 to anyone is absolutely egregious. The pass defense has been deplorable. Where's Marcus Peters? You know what I mean? Like, where's Patrick Queen? Their defense has been horrendous. The Miami game last week, they have not been good. Their front four hasn't been good. Ronnie Stanley has been all.
Yeah, they're hoping Jason Pierre-Paul is like their leading pass
rusher. When you're bringing in 8-finger Jason Pierre-Paul to save the day, dude, that's all you need to know, man. To me, the Ravens are frauds. They are pretenders of the highest order. And when I need someone to go get it, Lamar Jackson is never in question. And there's a reason he hasn't been paid yet, folks. And I'll tell you something else. If you dummies in Baltimore give this guy $300 million guaranteed, you will never win a Super Bowl with him. Ever.
That's too much.
Ever. You listen to my words. Cleveland plus 6.5 all day, every day. I got him in my 2-teamer, and I'm about to eat steak and lobster because I really think that they're going to keep this game close. Dude, that run game is banged up. J.K. Dobbins is out. If Kenyon Drake is the answer, dude, what is the question? Gus the Bus is back. Justice Hill. They just have a mashup of beat-up graveyard running backs. Kenyon Drake is an outside runner. Cleveland has a decent defense, and you have a good front four. Don't forget, Myles Garrett is out there. Folks, 6.5? Come on, man.
That's a big number.
That's a big number for that division game. Come on. I don't love Cleveland, but I do not love minus a touchdown at home because their home field is a joke. They always stink it up at home. And now the Ravens fans are coming out of the woodworks, and they're starting to say the type of stuff that I've been saying for years. He's not a fraud. He's just not what you think he is. Running quarterbacks never win anything in the National Football League. Cam, all they win is
you can't always run the ball. That's the problem. You're always in a situation where
you're going to get hurt. You can win an MVP, but look at Cam Newton when you needed to have him. Look at Lamar Jackson when you needed to have him. Look at RG3. All these run-first quarterbacks. This is a pocket passing league. And to this point, Lamar Jackson has not proven to me that he can stay in the pocket and deliver a strike to anyone outside of Mark Andrews over the middle. And if they take him away, they cannot win this game by more than 3 points. And that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Cleveland plus 6.5 all day, every day. Scared money don't make money. World of Matchups, Blue Milk Boys Gaming, Dexter Reed, Spencer the Wiz, and we'll see you guys next week.